Maxine, your ears must have been burning all day. The town is a buzz.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the craziest, funniest, and most shocking scenes from the Apple TV Plus dramedy series Royale. Spoilers for those who haven't seen the first season.
And I'm very resourceful. And oh, so discreet.
Number 10. Meeting Maxine.
How did you get past security?
I came in the back.
There are no doors in the back of the Royale?
I never said I used the door.
When we're introduced to Maxine Delacorte-Simmons, she's just scaled a wall to sneak into the super exclusive Royale country club. As we learned in her narration, the Palm Beach newbie longs to be a member where she'll be amongst the wealthy, fashionable ladies. Sitting by the sparkling pool, Maxine eavesdrops on Evelyn Rollins, Dina Donahue, Mary Jones David Soul, and Raquel Kimberly-Marco, four of the most talked about women in high society.
I long for a kinder, gentler time when a woman's capacity to humiliate herself wasn't so bottomless.
So true.
Mrs. Nixon weighed in, said women already have equal rights. They simply need to choose to exercise them.
Exactly.
Her attempt to casually join their conversation was as cringe as it was hilarious. Little did they, or we know, just how disruptive and endlessly entertaining Maxine's presence could be.
Well, look at us. We're like a couple of twins. Our outfits are made of the same fabric.
Number 9. Carpe Dina.
You're very good at making things awkward. You must work on that.
I didn't mean to say anything to make you uncomfortable.
And yet here we are.
While chatting with her manicurist Mitzi, Maxine spots Dina Donahue in a heated exchange across the street. Her play-by-play of their public quarrel shouldn't have been as humorous as it was, but Kristen Wiig's comedic talent has the power to make anything funny.
There he goes, storming off. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, look at her, she's crushed. Oh, now she's slumping over her car. Mitzi, it's an opening and a path to personal glory.
Still on her social climbing quest, Maxine seizes the opportunity to cozy up to Dina and secure a sponsorship for the club. But Maxine couldn't just walk up to her. No, she orchestrates a discreet introduction via fender bender, because if there's one thing Maxine Delacorte-Simmons is going to do, it's gonna be extra. If her intro didn't tell us enough about Maxine's unique personality, this sequence spoke volumes.
I cannot tell if you are a country bumpkin or the most ruthless woman in Palm Beach.
Number 8. Maxines Confession. Early in the series, we find out that Maxine was pregnant before she married Douglas, but shortly after she lost the baby. However, these life events didn't happen in that order.
I lost the baby before we got married. Right before. And I didn't want to tell you because you were so excited, and I didn't want to disappoint you.
After Sylvia gives birth, Maxine becomes visibly upset, triggered by the arrival of a baby sharing the name of her unborn son. In a particularly vulnerable moment, she finally tells Douglas the truth about her pre-wedding pregnancy loss and why she didn't tell him about it.
We thought it'd be so easy to get pregnant again. I'm so sorry, but that was wrong. I should have told you. After all this time, I should have told you it was wrong, but please tell me you forgive me.
He reacts how you'd expect and walks away without saying whether or not he can forgive her. In the end, they move past it, only for another pregnancy-related secret to threaten their marriage. More on that later.
That was quick. Congratulations, you must have worked a miracle.
Yeah, kinda.
Number 7. An Unlikely Alliance.
Ladies, did anybody receive a beach ball invitation from Norma before she embolized?
No.
Without those invitations going out, I'm curious who exactly you'll be inviting to Norma's gala, Maxine.
With Norma Delacorte out of commission as the matriarch of Palm Beach, it's up to Maxine to close out the season hosting the iconic beach ball. But the ladies have zero faith in her, and frankly, just don't like her at all. Evelyn Rollins bursts Maxine's bubble, revealing Douglas won't get the inheritance they'd been expecting.
When she finally goes, and that will truly be a sad day for all, her entire estate will be moved into a trust benefiting the Palm Beach Pedigree Feline Society.
But Maxine Delacorte is no quitter, and she's smarter than everyone thinks. Evelyn tries to take over the upcoming gala, but knowing that her own social status is on the line, she reluctantly agrees to split hosting duties with the woman she can't stand.
You find the key to Norma's safe deposit box, get the Rolodex, and the two of us will get down to business.
Number 6. Feud to friendship.
I've been with women.
Then, well, what's wrong with me?
I am gay. And there's nothing wrong with you. It's just that we're friends.
Maxine's arrival proved frustrating for nearly everyone in town, but there's no one she butted heads with more than Robert Diaz, a Palm Royale bartender and Norma's friend/caretaker. While she stayed positive throughout her many spats with the society ladies, Maxine didn't hold back when it came to insulting Robert.
So don't get too comfortable. Conditional pool boy.
After several arguments, one that even went to court, she embarrassed herself by coming on to him. When she confronts him about his polite rejection, Maxine learns that she's simply not his type, but also that he considers her a friend.
We're not friends. I've lunch with my friends and I play tennis with my friends.
Those are not your friends.
Friends don't fight like you and I do.
Yes, they do. All the time.
We love an enemies to lovers story, but Maxine and Robert's strangers to enemies to close friends journey was better than we could have hoped for, and became our favorite relationship in the series.
And now you have to go, because I have company.
What do you mean someone's coming over? Who's coming over?
A friend.
Well, wait. You just gave me a lot of information. I want to talk about it.
See you later.
I thought I was your only friend.
Number 5. Linda's secret.
What else don't I know? And more importantly, who else knows what I don't know?
When Maxine found out that Douglas and Linda, then going by her real name Penelope Rollins, were almost married, to say it was a shock would be an understatement. Plus, she learned she and Douglas were already dating at the same time, meaning she was the other woman.
Oh, Linda. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know.
But just as surprising is that Linda tried to shoot him on their wedding day and accidentally hit her father. Linda tells Maxine everything that happened, assuring her that she's not mad but thankful that Douglas went off with Maxine. The episode ends with her burning the Rolodex along with Norma's dirt on everyone.
You've had it the whole time.
And no one's ever gonna have it again.
Number 4. Father-daughter trip. Palm Royale brought the comedy but also gave us some touching scenes. We briefly got to know Skeet Rollins, Linda's father, and Evelyn's husband.
I'm not a puzzle. You know how I lived my whole life. And all the men that came before, how they lived their lives. And the horrible legacy of the family. And that's on me.
With Maxine's disposal of the gun and Linda's burning of the Rolodex, they feel free from the past. And knowing his daughter won't be charged 20 years after the accident, Skeet says he's ready.
I know. And you can. You can, Dad. I'm gonna be okay.
Under the influence of psychedelics, the pair watch the Apollo 12 take off and go into their own world as he passes away. The scene was especially heartbreaking and beautiful, with the real-life father-daughter Laura and Bruce Dern acting duo's excellent performances.
I think I'll just go sliding away.
His hair was gold, his wings were love, his words were true. His eyes were like the stars.
Number 3. Evelyn and the Whale. Already stressed with preparations for the beach ball, the last thing Maxine needs is a beached whale on the property. But the strangest part of this particularly bonkers episode is Evelyn becoming mesmerized by the mammal.
Cetacean jubilation.
What's that?
It happens sometimes when the beauty of the universe just rushes at a person after coming into contact with a whale.
Its presence lets her temporarily escape her life that's currently in shambles. Under its influence, Evelyn becomes a gentler version of herself, singing and opening up about her past.
What's gonna happen to me? I'm scared. I'm so scared.
Meanwhile, Maxine is briefly distracted by reuniting Norma with an old friend, Axel Rosenhips. At his birthday party, a characteristically unhinged Maxine tries calling out to the whale, drawing it back into the sea, leaving Evelyn lonely and heartbroken again. this just might be the show's most unserious episode.
Only I knew what was going on inside that gorgeous brain of yours. Only you could tell me.
Number 2, Beach Ball Bombshell.
I had a long talk with Norma. She said I should say what's on my mind.
Of course. You should always say what's on your mind.
For several episodes, everyone's been talking about the annual end-of-season beach ball at the Delacorte mansion. With President Nixon in attendance, the pressure's higher than ever, meaning something was bound to go terribly wrong. With a smug Norma in tow, Mitzi tells Maxine about her unexpected pregnancy, and ever the encouraging friend, Maxine says to confront the father right now.
No, Maxine.
Yes, Mitzi. In this lifetime, Perry Donahue needs to do the right thing. He needs to know. Women need to have the balls to say what they want or they're never gonna get it. Never!
Instead of, revealing the hurtful truth after the ball, Mitzi walks right up to Douglas as Maxine watches from the stage. Of course, she begins to spiral in the spotlight, trying to compose herself in front of the party guests. But then she starts spilling everyone's tea.
Did you hear? Evelyn Rollins is broke. She's got nothing. Speaking of having nothing, ladies and gentlemen, Dina Donahue!
The impromptu roast was entertaining and somewhat satisfying, though Maxine's heartbreak was painful to watch. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Feminist faux pas. Maxine's traditional views aren't a crowd pleaser.
And I will proudly do what I can to lift him up to make his dreams come true. Am I right, ladies? Don't you agree? No?
Astronaut rescue. We really had to suspend our disbelief for this crazy scene.
Ahoy, spaceman!
Ahoy!
Are you okay?
Are you?
I am now! You want to come to a party?
Maxine's really a Delacorte. The look on Dina's face is priceless.
Captain Douglas Delacorte-Simmons.
A pilot. And a Delacorte.
Not a movement. Powerful statement from someone who doesn't consider themselves a feminist.
The world just hasn't caught up to you yet. You be in your truth. Maybe eventually it will, huh?
Maybe he doesn't want to be a movement.
Norma just wants her revolver, one of many side-splitting scenes between Kristen Wiig and Carol Burnett.
I don't know what rah-rah-rah-rah is.
Rah-rah-rah! Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Out with a bang.
Soon after her father passed, then Norma found her boarding school roommate dead at the bottom of the stairs. Agnes was diabetic.
Between Anne Holliday's in-depth research for The Shiny Sheet and Axel Rosenhips being ghosted by his former love, the real identity of Norma Delacorte is called into question. As Norma deviously enjoys Maxine's descent, Robert lets Agnes know the jig is up.
Can't believe I consider spending my life with you. Agnes.
Why did you call me that?
Meanwhile, Mary puts her insane plan to assassinate President Nixon at the beach ball into motion, but when Linda tries to stop her, the shot accidentally hits Robert instead. Everyone flees the tent as Maxine screams in anguish. The fate of Robert and exposure of Agnes/Norma's decades-long ruse is an excellent, if stressful, cliffhanger. Hopefully there's a second season that will give us the answers.
JC Crazy Ann, you were just in a coma. Did they find out what happened?
What was the wackiest thing?
What were your favorite moments from Palm Royale? Let us know in the comments below.
Sergeant Tom Sanka, Palm Beach Police.
Is this about the jewelry? The checks? Stone Mabel? Look, I will tell you everything. I can't live like this.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.